Hello, this is Lindsay Klein with Drucker Labs. I want to talk about the difference in our products, which is a question that we get asked quite frequently. What's the difference between Max, Min, Immune, Kid, and what should I take? What's the ideal combination? I actually picked Dr. Drucker's brain this week to ask him these very questions to make sure I was completely up to speed on what the proper combination would be for the average healthy person. Obviously, there may be some exceptions. If you got things going on with your health, you may need to change things, but I've got the 411 straight from Dr. Drucker and I'm here to share it with you. One question we frequently get is, what's the difference? Why do I need to take Min if I'm already taking Max? What's the purpose of Immune? Do I take that every day? These are the questions that I'm about to answer for you. So let's start with our #1 bestseller, the intraMAX Multivitamin. We have two versions of this. We have the peach mango flavored, which is sweetened, and then we have the unflavored, unsweet version of the same thing. I asked Dr. Drucker, what's the difference? Because that's a question we get a lot. He told me the difference between the two is that the unsweet, unflavored version does not have the monk fruit sweetener or the peach mango flavor. Other than that, he said the formula is the same. You get the same 415 nutrients that you would get in the flavored version. Whether you buy the unsweet, unflavored, or you buy the peach mango, you're getting the same nutrients. So you can rest assured on that. The Max is great for if you only want to take one thing. If you're only going to take one, Max is the way to go. That's going to give you the widest range of nutrients, minerals, amino acids, lots of good stuff packed in here. There is lots of superfoods, there's prebiotics, great immune system stuff, all kinds of great things for our bodies. And by the way, it is safe for kids to take this. Dr. Drucker said just depending on age, you need to dose it down. We'll talk about the intra-Kid in a little bit. Now, let's talk about intraMIN. Now, one common misconception that we get from a lot of people is that Min is a lesser form of Max, which makes sense, Max, Min. So people assume that, and I was one of them. That's what I thought when I first heard about these products. Min actually stands for mineral. So it is a completely different product from Max. Max is a multivitamin, Min is a multi-mineral. That being said, there is a little bit of Min in Max. In fact, Dr. Drucker was giving me a little history about this. This used to just be one product. He had already put a lot of the Min in the Max product because it's meant to be taken together. But what he told me is that some people were having too intense of detox effect from having too much of the Min in the Max product. That's why he separated it. There's still a little bit of the mineral product in Max, but much less than there used to be. Now that it's separated, people can dose it however they like. The way that Dr. Drucker describes it is Min is like the lighter fluid. And he said if you're having a bonfire and those detox effects are too intense, you can lower the dose of Min so that it goes from a bonfire to a campfire. Now, detox is obviously a great thing. There is no problem with that, but it can get really uncomfortable. I personally do a major detox twice a year, so I know what detox looks like. I know what it feels like. It can be headaches, it can be nausea, it can be diarrhea, all kinds of discomfort. That's why he's saying even though it's a good thing your body is detoxing, he understands that people don't necessarily want to get bombarded with all that discomfort at once. So you can regulate the amount of lighter fluid, the Min, that you give yourself every day to regulate those detox effects. Now, obviously, over time, as your body gets rid of all that, it's going to minimize those adverse effects that you may be getting. That brings me to the Immune product. I was under the false assumption that Immune was just something you take when you're sick, that it's not something you would take daily. But I asked Dr. Drucker about that. And he said, oh no, ideally you would take it daily. I also was under the false assumption that it was really the same stuff that was in our other products. It was just, I guess, marketed differently. That's what I thought. He said, oh no, there's actually quite a few unique ingredients in the Immune product. He told me even 90+ nutrients in the Immune product are unique to this. It's not in anything else that we sell. So he said, ideally, you would take Max, Min, and Immune every day. That would be ideal. Now, obviously, not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone wants to take 3 different supplements. So we understand that. If you're only gonna take one, Max is the way to go. That's gonna give you the widest range of nutrients with one product. But if you want the maximum amount of benefit that you can get from carbon bond nutrients, then the 3 of these together are ideal. So after I heard that from Dr. Drucker, I started adding Immune to my daily regimen. Previously, I was taking an ounce of Max and Min in the morning. Now I've added Immune. In fact, I just put it all in the same cup and take it as one shot every morning before I eat. I noticed, which I've only been doing the Immune for about 2-3 days now, I noticed an uptick in the detox. When I first started taking Max and Min, I had a lot of detox going on. When I added Immune, I saw an uptick to those detox effects. So there must be some combination of ingredients in that product that I wasn't getting previously with the other two, which was awesome. So hopefully that clears up some of the confusion surrounding the differences between these products. These three, Max, Min unflavored, and the Immune, all are sugar-free with no sweeteners. The Immune does have peach berry flavor, but the sugar-free Max and Min don't have the flavor. Peach mango and tropical fruit, they have flavor and sweetener. Last product that I don't have here on the table is the intraKid. intraKid is specially formulated for kids. And Dr. Drucker said he kept development in mind with that one, that kids are developing, and selected nutrients that would be specifically needed for development. He recommends the intraKid be for kids age 10 and under. And again, he told me Max and Min, Immune, they're perfectly safe for any age child. You just have to dose it appropriately. So where an adult dose would be 1 ounce each, tone that down for the child's age. If they're 10, maybe they take a half an ounce. If they're 5, maybe 1/4 of an ounce. So you can use these products for your entire family, but if you want something that's specially formulated for kids, especially ages 10 and under, who need that extra boost for their development, intraKid is where it's at for that. I hope this clears up some confusion, but if not, please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you and answer any questions that you may have. Info@druckerlabs.com is a place that you can get straight to our customer service, and we are here to help. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you.